Hello, John Marshall, the DrillMaster. This is the Medical Readiness Command Europe Change of Responsibility. As I bring that bigger. Alrighty. So we can see a couple of platoons, some unit flags. What's interesting, yeah, well, we'll get to that in a sec. So you can see the unit flags here. A couple of flag bearers for each one of the units represented. Oh, excuse me. And what's interesting is that the Army divvied out the flags like that instead of making you have the option. You can have a massed color guard, and a massed color guard means that there are subsequent ranks. It would be here. So where the German flag is being wrongly held, and like I said, we'll get to that in just a sec. There would be a second rank of unit flags, all in a specific order, and then, if necessary, then another and another rank. So the massed color guard formation is really nice to look at and add something to the formation, the parade formation. However, they're really difficult to move because it just doesn't work well. When the colors are brought forward, then only the front rank, the color called the color guard proper, only the front rank is brought forward. But then when you go on to pass and review, then all of the colors have to move, and it's just, here, you do it. If you want to create something, fine. But headquarters, Army, Marine Corps, Air Force, we're not going to touch it, because it can just be much, much too complicated. So this is a fine divvying up of those unit flags. Now, unit flags are never, ever treated like guidons. Never. You don't go to present with them with the staff horizontal and then the flag hanging down. You don't push them out at parade rest, but that's common. I see that constantly. So here with for this color guard, it looks like they have 8-foot staffs, or 8.5-foot staffs then, and probably it looks like 3x5 colors. I'm not exactly sure. So just standing around, I get it, no problem. It's not the start of the ceremony, but right rifle guard, you shouldn't be at right shoulder. If you're just standing around waiting for everybody to come and get into place, and so now we have there. Now we have the so let's go back and see when they did that. So it really wasn't. She just faced about. I'm gonna guess she's the command sergeant major. Maybe, I'm not exactly sure. Since this is a change of responsibility, it's an enlisted. Oh, yeah. Get to parade rest. Too bad somebody had to be told that. All right, so okay, that's better. That's better. So the German flag is in the front rank, with the German flag bearer standing behind the color guard. I thought, oh well, so this is a huge protocol mess. Now, it could still be a protocol mess, and so the gentleman in the suit here, it doesn't look like he is the local Burgermeister. Looks like he's probably a DA civilian, a Department of the Army civilian. So we'll get into. Neat music. I like that. It sounded pretty good.
By the Medcom NCO of the Year, Sergeant First Class Richardson. Thanking her for all her support and devotion to the soldiers and families of Medical Readiness Command Europe. He will also also present flowers
Kind of a
to
strange attire for an official photographer,
Anissa and Mother Margarita.
but that's just me. Just wondering what's going to happen. Oh, that's right. So I've seen several changes of command now. In Europe, army units in Europe, with you heard the sound attention, and then a trumpeter says play sounds. It's not playing; it's actually sounding. I don't know exactly what the difference is, but we'll have to ask Yari Villanueva, Taps bugler, about that. But that you could hear that da 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 da, and then da. So the call, and then the note played after is the command, essentially the command of execution, and then everybody goes to attention. So I was just going to mention that the gentleman that we saw earlier in the suit, I didn't think he was a local national, since he was pointing and seemed to be directing. Usually a local official in civilian clothes would be escorted in and then shown a seat, and that's it. So in order, and I went over this in another it was a change of responsibility video that I did, just a short video on the applicability of the difference of carrying the foreign national flag and displaying it. Now, if there was a display, so see at the back here, we have all these different flags on display. Fine, not a problem. You can have multinational flags. You can have all the state and territory flags. Anything that it's a huge display of flags, and that's fine, not a problem at all. There's protocol that says the arrangement and all that, but it's just fine. However, so if the German flag was displayed somewhere, that would also be acceptable. They're in Germany, displaying the German flag and the American flag, quite appropriate. Carrying the German flag, totally different, and you can't do it. And I went over that. I'll link that down below in the comments or not comments, but the caption there. And so you're not authorized to carry the foreign national flag unless certain interesting, very interesting. So you can see all the unit flags are, I'm going to guess, a maroon color. That looks to be darker. I'm not so colors and my eyes don't get along well, but the maroon is the medical branch color for the Army, and it was not all flags dipped at the same time. There was a little bit of a screwiness about that, but and they're the color guard is treating both national flags as they should be treated, and that's great. But unless a German official who is warranted to have honors rendered to him or her, and the German official then is to speak, to actually take part in the ceremony, then you can't carry the German flag. It just isn't appropriate. So that comes from, do I still have that open? Oh, I don't. But I tell you what I'm going to do. There we are. There. That's going to come up right there to the colors section. There we are. So, in DoD instruction 5410.19 dash, or it's volume 4, in section 5 ceremonial support, under 5.1 ceremonial support, you have this B, and for this paragraph B, it explains everything that you need to know about carrying a foreign national flag, either overseas or stateside here, and the requirements haven't been met here. They haven't been met at all, so you can't carry it. You can display it somewhere, but can't carry it. So we're going to skip ahead, and here is the change of responsibility with the flags. I appreciate the changes of, I've been to many changes of command, but changes of responsibility are nice. I like that. It recognizes the senior NCO leadership, and I very much appreciate that that happening. It used to be that senior NCO leadership really was barely recognized.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Army song.
Okay, so they did a fine job, really well, except for that protocol faux pas of, and you know, I'm trying to get the information out there. Hardly anybody knows about it. So that DoD instruction that governs all of us. Well, all of you in uniform still. I've been retired 18 years now, so. But I'm really trying to ensure that as wide a dissemination of the information as possible takes place. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it.